In the annals of American history, few figures have captivated the public imagination quite like John F. Kennedy. His presidency, often referred to as Camelot, was marked by an aura of glamour and charisma that extended far beyond the political arena. But beneath the surface of this glittering facade lay a complex and often controversial aspect of Kennedy's life: his numerous affairs. From Hollywood starlets to White House staff, the list of Kennedy's rumored and confirmed liaisons reads like a who's who of the 20th century's most influential and enigmatic women. This exploration isn't just a salacious recounting of a powerful man's indiscretions, it's a journey into the heart of a different era, a time when the lines between power, passion, and politics were often blurred. Kennedy's affairs were more than just tabloid fodder. They were reflective of the man himself, complex, charismatic, and perpetually shrouded in mystery. Today, we'll try to understand the man behind the myth and the women who shared in the secretive side of his life. Each affair, whether fleeting or profound, tells a story not just about Kennedy, but about the era he lived in, an era where power and romance danced a delicate, often dangerous tango. Early romantic connections. Before ascending to the heights of American politics, John F. Kennedy was a young man with a burgeoning appetite for romantic adventures. His early romantic connections, often overshadowed by his later, more high-profile affairs, provide a fascinating glimpse into the formative years of a man who would later become one of the most charismatic leaders of the 20th century. The beginnings of a charismatic leader. John F. Kennedy's early life was marked by an affluent upbringing and a strong family emphasis on success and public service. However, alongside his academic and career pursuits, Kennedy's personal life began to take on a complexity that would follow him throughout his life. His charm and good looks made him a popular figure in social circles, and his romantic interests were varied and numerous even in his youth. The college years. Kennedy's time at Harvard University was not just a period of intellectual growth, but also of personal exploration. His college years were marked by several romantic entanglements, some fleeting and others more significant. These early relationships were the precursors to his later, more publicized affairs, showcasing a pattern of charm and charisma that could captivate those around him. The war years and beyond. Kennedy's service in World War II was a defining period in his life, shaping his views on leadership and duty. However, even during these tumultuous times, his romantic life continued to be an area of interest and intrigue. His wartime service saw him stationed in the Pacific, where he continued to engage in romantic liaisons, albeit more discreetly given the circumstances. The path to politics and personal entanglements. As Kennedy's political career began to take shape in the late 1940s, so too did the nature of his romantic connections. His entry into politics brought him into contact with a broader array of influential and captivating women. These early romantic experiences laid the groundwork for his approach to personal relationships, which would become increasingly complex and secretive as his public profile rose. In these formative years, Kennedy's romantic life was a tapestry of passion, charm, and complexity. Each relationship, whether brief or enduring, played a role in shaping the man he would become. As he moved from the academic halls of Harvard to the battlefields of World War II and eventually to the corridors of power in Washington, D.C., Kennedy's early romantic connections were a prologue to the more storied and scrutinized affairs that would define much of his public and private life. The most notorious affairs. John F. Kennedy's presidency is as much remembered for its political achievements and challenges as it is for the president's notorious romantic escapades. Among these, 3 affairs stand out, not just for their sensational nature, but also for the profound impact they had on Kennedy's life and legacy. Marilyn Monroe, an iconic and controversial affair. The true nature of their relationship remains shrouded in mystery and speculation. Some accounts suggest a brief but intense affair, while others downplay the extent of their involvement. However, the allure of a romance between one of the world's most powerful men and one of its most beloved movie stars has continued to captivate the public imagination, and we'll get deeper into this one later on. Judith Campbell Exner, the link to the underworld. Judith's affair with Kennedy is notable not just for its romantic aspect, but also for its potential political implications. Exner, who was also romantically linked to mob boss Sam Giancana, claimed that she served as a go-between for Kennedy and the mafia. Her revelations in the 1970s about her relationship with Kennedy and her alleged role in his dealings with the mob brought a new dimension to the public's understanding of Kennedy's private life. Exner's account of her affair with Kennedy, which reportedly began in 1960 and continued into his presidency, paints a picture of a complex relationship intertwined with the murky world of politics and organized crime. The extent of her influence and the true nature of her role remain subjects of debate and speculation. Mary Pinchot Meyer, A Mysterious Connection. Meyer's relationship with Kennedy is perhaps the most enigmatic of his affairs. Meyer, a socialite and painter, was a close friend of the Kennedy family and is believed to have had a romantic relationship with the president. Her murder in 1964, less than a year after Kennedy's assassination, added a layer of intrigue and conspiracy theories to their alleged affair. Meyer's connection to Kennedy has been the subject of much speculation, with some suggesting that she influenced his views on world peace and even experimented with psychedelic drugs with him. The mystery surrounding her death, which remains unsolved, has only added to the intrigue surrounding her relationship with Kennedy. These affairs, each unique in its context and implications, paint a complex portrait of John F. Kennedy's romantic life. They reveal a man who was not only a charismatic leader, but also someone who sought connection, sometimes in the most unlikely and controversial of places. From the glamour of Hollywood to the shadows of the underworld, Kennedy's most notorious affairs continue to fascinate and provoke debate, offering a glimpse into the private life of a public figure who remains an enigma decades after his death. Affairs with prominent figures. John F. Kennedy's romantic entanglements were not limited to Hollywood stars and mysterious socialites. They also extended to women who were prominent figures in their own right. These relationships, though less sensationalized than his affair with Marilyn Monroe, were significant in their own ways, offering a glimpse into the complex web of personal and political connections that defined Kennedy's life. Inga Arvad, the journalist and alleged Nazi spy. Arvad, a Danish journalist, was one of Kennedy's early romantic interests. Their relationship began in the early 1940s when Kennedy was a young naval officer. Arvad, a former beauty queen, had interviewed Adolf Hitler and was rumored to have been romantically involved with him, which led to suspicions about her during World War II. The FBI, under J. Edgar Hoover, closely monitored Arvad and Kennedy's relationship, fearing she might be a Nazi spy. The affair with Arvad was significant not only for its romantic aspect, but also for the political implications it carried. Kennedy's father, Joseph P. Kennedy, was reportedly concerned about the impact of this relationship on his son's future political career. The affair eventually waned, but it remained a notable chapter in Kennedy's early life, reflecting the intersection of personal relationships and political intrigue. Pamela Tourneur, the White House aide. Pamela's relationship with Kennedy began when she was a press aide in the White House. This affair was particularly notable because it occurred while Kennedy was president and Tourneur was working in close proximity to him. The relationship was kept discreet, but it was an open secret among some in the White House inner circle. Tourneur's affair with Kennedy highlights the complex dynamics of power and romance in the highest echelons of political power. It also underscores the challenges faced by women who were romantically involved with powerful men, often at the risk of their own reputations and careers. These affairs with prominent figures, each distinct in its context and impact, further illustrate the multifaceted nature of John F. Kennedy's romantic life. They reveal a pattern of attraction to women who were not only beautiful and charismatic, but also wielded influence in their respective spheres. These relationships, woven into the fabric of his political and personal life, offer a deeper understanding of Kennedy as a man who navigated the complex interplay of power, romance, and ambition. Hollywood connections. John F. Kennedy's allure extended beyond the political arena into the glamorous world of Hollywood. His connections with movie stars and celebrities were not just social. They often turned into romantic escapades, adding to his image as a charismatic and attractive leader. These Hollywood connections offer a glimpse into Kennedy's fascination with the entertainment world and its most iconic figures. Marilyn Monroe, the ultimate icon. Monroe's alleged affair with Kennedy is perhaps the most famous of all. Monroe, a symbol of beauty and sensuality, reportedly had a brief but intense relationship with the president. Their rumored affair has been the subject of endless speculation and has become a part of the Kennedy mythos. The most iconic moment linking them was Monroe's sultry rendition of Happy Birthday at Madison Square Garden in 1962, which fueled rumors about the nature of their relationship. While the true extent of their affair remains a mystery, it has become an enduring part of both Monroe's and Kennedy's legacies. The relationship between Marilyn Monroe and John F. Kennedy, though brief and shrouded in secrecy, remains one of the most intriguing and discussed aspects of their lives. It was a connection that wove together the allure of Hollywood with the charisma of the White House, creating a narrative rich in speculation and allure. Marilyn Monroe, the symbol of Hollywood glamour, known for her beauty and vulnerability, first encountered John F. Kennedy, the ambitious and charismatic politician, in the late 1950s. Their initial interactions were part of the social swirl where Hollywood and Washington elites often intersected. However, it was their shared understanding of life under the public eye and their undeniable charisma that drew them closer. The peak of their relationship is often pinpointed to the early 1960s, coinciding with Kennedy's presidency. Monroe, a leading Hollywood figure, and Kennedy, the president, found in each other a mutual fascination. Their encounters, discreet and carefully managed, were nonetheless charged with an intensity that both seemed to understand and appreciate. One of the most public and iconic moments of their relationship was Monroe's performance at Madison Square Garden on May 19, 1962, for Kennedy's birthday celebration. Her sultry rendition of Happy Birthday, Mr. President was not just a performance but a public display of their hidden yet palpable connection. This moment became emblematic of their relationship, symbolizing the blend of power, vulnerability, and glamour that defined their interactions. The emotional dynamics of their relationship were complex. Monroe, often perceived as a vulnerable figure, reportedly found in Kennedy someone who understood the pressures of fame. Kennedy, captivated by Monroe's charm, navigated the relationship with caution, aware of the political risks. This secrecy often left Monroe feeling isolated, highlighting the imbalance in their connection. The end of their relationship is as enigmatic as its beginning, believed to have dwindled as Kennedy became more cautious about his public image. Monroe's untimely death in 1962 added layers of mystery and speculation, leaving unanswered questions about the depth and nature of their relationship. In retrospect, the relationship between Marilyn Monroe and John F. Kennedy has become an enduring part of their legacies. It represents a moment where the worlds of politics and Hollywood intersected in a deeply personal and complex manner. For Monroe, it was perhaps a pursuit of understanding and acceptance. For Kennedy, an encounter with one of the most iconic figures of the era. Their story, though brief and fraught with complexities, remains a captivating chapter in the narrative of two of the 20th century's most significant figures. Angie Dickinson, A Starlet's Tale. Dickinson, a prominent actress known for her striking presence and strong characters, shared a brief but notable connection with John F. Kennedy. Their relationship, though less publicized than some of Kennedy's other liaisons, was marked by mutual admiration and a shared zest for life. Dickinson, rising to fame in the late 1950s and early 1960s, first crossed paths with Kennedy before his presidency. Kennedy, then a senator, was known for his charm and wit, qualities that resonated with Dickinson, who was carving her own path in Hollywood. Their initial meetings were casual, often occurring at social events where the elite of politics and Hollywood mingled. As their paths intersected more frequently, a rapport developed between them. Dickinson, admired for her intelligence and independence, found in Kennedy a man who was not only charismatic but also intellectually engaging. Kennedy, on his part, was drawn to Dickinson's vivacious personality and a rising star in Hollywood. Their relationship, while discreet, was characterized by a playful and flirtatious undertone. They shared conversations that spanned from politics to cinema, revealing a mutual respect for each other's accomplishments and ambitions. However, the nature of their relationship remained largely private, with both parties understanding the implications of a public liaison. One of the key aspects of their connection was their ability to maintain a friendship amidst the complexities of their respective lives. Dickinson, aware of Kennedy's high-profile life and the scrutiny it attracted, navigated their interactions with a level of discretion that was both necessary and respectful. The end of their relationship was as discreet as its progression. As Kennedy's political career escalated, their encounters became less frequent. Dickinson continued her ascent in Hollywood, establishing herself as a respected actress. Their relationship, though not as widely discussed or sensationalized as some of Kennedy's other relationships, was a testament to a shared understanding and a mutual admiration between two charismatic individuals. Jean Tierney, The Forgotten Affair. She was a leading actress of the 1940s and 1950s and had a lesser-known but significant connection with Kennedy. Their relationship began when Kennedy was a young senator. Tierney, known for her striking beauty and depth of character in roles, found in Kennedy a man who was both intellectually stimulating and charismatic. Their affair was a discreet one, with both parties understanding the need for secrecy given their public profiles. Tierney, who had her own share of personal struggles, reportedly found solace in Kennedy's company, and their relationship was one of mutual respect and understanding. Other Hollywood encounters. Kennedy's Hollywood connections were not limited to these two starlets. He was known to have had interactions with several other actresses and celebrities. These encounters, whether platonic or romantic, highlighted Kennedy's fascination with the entertainment industry and its luminaries. The president's Hollywood connections were a testament to his magnetic personality and his appeal to the cultural icons of the era. They also revealed a side of Kennedy that was in stark contrast to his public image as a family man and a political leader. His Hollywood affairs, shrouded in glamour and secrecy, added to the mystique of a president who was as enigmatic as he was charismatic. Kennedy's relationships with Hollywood stars were more than just tabloid fodder. They were reflective of a time when politics and entertainment began to intersect in new and intriguing ways. These connections, with their blend of power, allure, and celebrity, continue to fascinate and captivate the public imagination, offering a window into the complex and multifaceted life of one of America's most iconic presidents. International flings. John F. Kennedy's charm and charisma were not confined to the United States. They reached across oceans, leading to rumored romantic escapades with various international figures. These alleged affairs not only highlight Kennedy's global appeal, but also reflect the intricate interplay of politics, power, and personal relationships on the world stage. Gunilla von Post, a Swedish connection. One of Kennedy's most notable international affairs was with Gunilla von Post, a Swedish aristocrat. Their relationship reportedly began before Kennedy's marriage to Jacqueline Bouvier and continued for a brief period afterward. Von Post's memoir, Love, Jack, details their romance, describing it as a passionate and intense liaison that was ultimately curtailed by Kennedy's political ambitions and marriage. This affair with von Post offers a glimpse into Kennedy's life before he became a prominent political figure. It also shows the personal sacrifices and decisions he had to make as he ascended the political ladder. Christina Onassis, the Greek shipping heiress. Another intriguing international connection was with Christina Onassis, the daughter of the Greek shipping magnate Aristotle Onassis. While the details of their relationship are not as well documented, it is rumored that Kennedy and Onassis had a brief encounter. This connection is particularly notable given Aristotle Onassis's later marriage to Jacqueline Kennedy after JFK's assassination. The rumored affair with Christina Onassis, whether substantiated or not, adds another layer to the complex web of relationships surrounding the Kennedy family. It intertwines the worlds of politics, business, and international high society. Other international encounters. Kennedy's appeal extended to various other international figures, including actresses, socialites, and members of the aristocracy. These relationships, whether confirmed or speculative, demonstrate Kennedy's global allure and his ability to engage with a diverse range of individuals from different cultural and social backgrounds. These international flings, whether fleeting or profound, were more than just romantic escapades. They were reflective of Kennedy's global perspective and his interest in international affairs. They also highlight the era's fascination with American politics and the allure of its charismatic leaders. Kennedy's international affairs, much like his domestic ones, continue to be a subject of fascination and speculation. They paint a picture of a president who was not only a political figure, but also a man of the world, whose personal life was as global in its reach as his political influence. Lesser-known affairs. While John F. Kennedy's high-profile affairs have captured public attention, there were numerous lesser-known liaisons that also played a significant role in shaping the narrative of his personal life. These relationships, often overshadowed by his more famous entanglements, provide a deeper understanding of Kennedy's complex character and his interactions with women. In the complexity of John F. Kennedy's personal life, several lesser-known affairs also weave their threads, each adding a unique hue to the portrait of his complex relationships. These hidden liaisons, though less sensationalized, offer a deeper insight into Kennedy's character and his discreet interactions. Anne Gwynn, the unseen companion. Gwynn, a relatively obscure figure in the grand narrative of Kennedy's affairs, was rumored to have had a brief but intense relationship with the president. Gwynn, a journalist, reportedly met Kennedy through her work. Their connection, though fleeting, was said to be one of mutual intellectual and physical attraction. Gwynn's story is particularly intriguing because it deviates from the pattern of Kennedy's usual liaisons with actresses and socialites. Her relationship with Kennedy highlights his attraction to women of substance and intellect, not just glamour and fame. And Alicia Corning Clark, the hidden flame. Alicia Clark, an artist and socialite, had a relationship with Kennedy that was kept far from the public eye. Their affair, which reportedly took place before Kennedy's presidency, was one of the many that remained hidden, known only to a few. Clark's affair with Kennedy adds another dimension to his romantic life, showing his connections with women from varied backgrounds and social standings. Her story, largely untold, is a reminder of the many private chapters in Kennedy's life that played out behind the scenes. In conclusion, John F. Kennedy's lesser-known affairs, though overshadowed by his more famous entanglements, are crucial in painting a complete picture of his complex personal life. They reveal a side of Kennedy that was more private, yet equally integral to understanding the man behind the public persona.